JJ in his fucking bag.
I'm on stars, I'm on cloud, yeah. Turn me up, I'm on cloud, yeah. Yeah. Turn me up, I'm on cloud, yeah. Yeah. Turn me up, I'm on cloud, yeah. Yeah. I'm on stars, I'm on cloud, yeah. Yeah. Turn me up, I'm on cloud, yeah. Yeah. I'm on stars, I'm on cloud.
I want to share one of my most embarrassing moments ever to this day. Not too many people know about this. Matter of fact, I don't think, maybe the only people that were there remember this story, and they probably forgot about it, but I remember it because it still bothers me to this day. It didn't take place on the field, basketball court, baseball diamond, anything like that. It had nothing to do with sports. It had everything to do with trying to impress somebody, and that's where I went wrong. I went over one of my homeboys' house. I forget his name. I lived on 1625 Henderson, Ft.Myers, Florida at the time. I went 3 streets or 4 streets behind me, and one of my homeboys had a nice sized yard. In the backyard they had like this old boat. You know how the hood is. They got old cars that ain't gonna run, ain't going nowhere, ain't been nowhere. Ain't nobody even remember when they started. This particular family had a boat in the backyard. I'd never seen them talk about fishing, never seen them go fishing, never seen the boat move, but they had a boat. So I got up on the boat, on the edge of the boat, and I was having this conversation with this little girl that I was trying to holler at. He was having a conversation with the girl he was trying to holler at, and we was just spitting game. In the middle of the game, his girl walked off. He walked into the street. She went on home, so left me alone with me and the girl I was spitting with. I was going in, trying to impress her. Doing what I had to do. Turn my head real quick here and there, because remember, back in the day, curls was at play. And see, I had the curl so tight. I remember I had the pink rollers in the front, gray in the back, so I could get that hanging. When I turn like that thing moved. Like when I turn like that. Enough about my curl. My curl ain't got nothing to do with the story. I just thought I should add that for support. Now, as you know, on a boat, they had these little things on the edges of the boat, I guess where the rope tied onto the boat when it came to dock. You know those little things on the edges of the boat. I don't know what you call it. It's where you tie the boat ropes to bring the boat in or whatever have it. So I was on the edge of the boat. Now, let me divert from the story and tell you what I had on. I had on some little shorts. That's back in the days where the shorts was real short. I think I had on some tube socks that came high. I probably had a rubber band around the rim of them to keep them up, because back in the day, the elastic wasn't all that there. So that's what I had on. But I remember I was happy and elated because Playboy drawers had just came out. I couldn't wait to get these Playboy drawers. Let me tell you something about the Playboy drawers. See, Playboy drawers was like lowrider drawers for men. If you had a pair of Playboy drawers, you let everybody know. They ain't like they seen them on you, but you let them know you had the Playboy drawers, and they was like low cut drawers right above the hairline, or the hair was barely peeking up out of there. So you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to give you the visual. So I'm on the edge of this boat. I'm spending game with the old girl. She jumps off the boat like it's time to go, because my boy had left with his girl. So I jumps off the boat as well because it's time to go. Somewhere or another, I was seated on the part where the little hook thing was, and the hook got caught in the crotch of my pants. So when I jumped off, the pants got caught in the hook, and it ripped the bottom of the pants open. Now, when it ripped the bottom of the pants open, the boat was about this high from the ground. So I was hanging by the waistline of the pants, holding me up in there. It happened so quick. It happened so quick. I was shocked. I jumped down, pushed myself off, got the crotch of the pants, had me hanging in the air around the waist of my pants like this, and all you could see is these little Playboy drawers. I had on these Playboy drawers, and I can remember her head looking like, "You all right? You all right?" And she was looking down like, checking me out, checking the drawers out, checking me out, checking the drawers out. And I was, so finally, they had to come and pull me out. She couldn't do it. But boy had to come back. His girl was going to pull me out my little shorts. And I'm sitting right there in some little Playboy low-ride drawers. And he had to give me something. I said, dog, why don't you give your boy some shorts? After he screamed and hollered and got his laughs and got his jokes out, she laughed too, went on home. I borrowed some shorts and went back home. But before I left, I looked back at my boy right in the eye. And I said, which one thought that all of you would say too. Dog, you ain't gonna tell nobody, right? The rest is history. That was one of my most embarrassing moments ever. Now you know. Playboy drawers were hidden though. Playboy drawers were hidden.